Hello. What for?
Just a quick one, obviously. Our colleagues down at the suites, obviously you know everything's been going over alerted to us that you've been taking photos and things like that right outside the hotel.
On the street, yeah, on the street.
Because there's obviously a dispersal zone in at the moment and everything that's going on, so you can't be within...
No, I'm not interested in that property.
So what, were you taking photos of the hotel?
No, the layout of the street.
For any particular reason?
No, not at all. I'm not for or against, I'm not into any politics. You know.
Any idea on you? Anything like that? Nothing at all? Alright.
I'm just a member of public walking down the street.
Yeah.
I understand there's a dispersal order in place, and that's why I'm not trying to do anything out of any ordinary like that. I'm just interested in what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't hang about outside any gates or...
What's your hat?
Pardon?
What's your hat?
Oh, it's just happy-go-lucky, you know.
Well, what we'll do is we'll verify you and if all that checks out, back to me on, alright? What's your first name?
Oh, don't give me a name.
You don't give your name?
No.
Right, okay, well obviously you can understand with what everything that's been going on round there, you taking photos in the direction of the hotel.
No, but basically, if they'll tell you, at not one moment was I putting my camera into their property, focusing on them. I kept moving around the place. I'm interested in all these industrial areas here. I'm going to take some photography around here on this industrial estate. I've got no interest in solely filming anything to do with immigration or like that.
Okay, obviously our colleagues have fought enough to notify us.
They were watching me. I'm thinking, what's he? I can see him on his radio. I'm thinking, I'm just stood here. I'm thinking, what's wrong with him?
Well, like you say, you've admitted to us that there's a space lot.
Yeah.
Someone goes up with a camera and they're taking photos.
The scene opens on a quiet street with a lone cameraman explaining that he is not engaging in anything political or targeting anyone. He is simply walking and filming industrial buildings. When officers mention the dispersal order and ask why he is there, he calmly clarifies that his camera has not captured private property and that he keeps moving along. From the outset, the tension between lawful public filming and police suspicion is evident, highlighting how routine activity can be treated as potentially suspicious.
Yeah.
So it's looking unusual.
I'm just exercising my right as a person to walk the streets. I'm not interested in basically filming any immigrants or anything like that. I'm just basically, as a sole member of public, walking in a free place. That's all I want to exercise my rights.
Worry within the zone, do we know?
Yeah, right outside. Okay.
Well, what we'll do then is we have been notified that you are inside the dispersal zone, so we'll be issuing you with a dispersal notice, okay? All the information will be on here, but you do need to...
Can I just ask you a question, quick, please? So, a dispersal, for what reason would that be if I'm telling you, one, I'm not here to cause any havoc in regards to what's going on. That has gone live all the way up and down the country. Yep. So it'd be stupid not to admit that you didn't know through the media what's going on there. But what I'm saying, what is my dispersal for? If I just...
To be out of the zone, so you've come within the zone of dispersal. You've been seen taking photos. I understand you're giving us an explanation for that.
Yeah.
But our colleagues have held enough for us to learn, obviously, of your presence there, and you have been within the zone. Therefore, we can issue you the dispersal notice not to return within this zone within a set period of time, which is 48 hours.
What, even just walking?
Yeah, you're not allowed to.
Seriously?
That's a dispersal.
That is a dispersal zone.
Yeah, but for what? I've not done anything. I've not done anything.
That's why you not get locked up. You get given a ticket to say, do not go back there.
No, but I'm not interested in going back there. But what I'm saying...
That's why I'm going to give you the ticket.
And you obviously, you were aware of the dispersal zone. You've even admitted that.
Yeah, so that's what... So that...
within that perimeter, which you have actually gone into and breached.
Not... So... Can I not walk through there as a member of public?
No. Because there's a dispersal zone.
No, it's a public footpath, sir.
There's a dispersal zone.
Whilst this is on, because it's only on for a set period of time, once that is relieved, then you can. But from what's going on, the dispersal around it, you have to be fit.
The dispute revolves around a dispersal notice. Police insist he is within the restricted zone and plan to issue one, while he questions the rationale, asking why he is being restricted when he has done nothing wrong. He emphasizes that national tensions do not justify personal guilt. The officers clarify that it is merely a ban from returning, not an arrest. Calmly, he presses the principle that public streets should not quietly become restricted zones without clear notice, highlighting how temporary powers can easily expand into broad, everyday restrictions.
No, I've not done anything wrong.
Yeah, you haven't
not saying you
personally. I'm not
haven't
saying you
done
have right now.
Yeah, but there was other members of public walking past as well.
Right, well, we'll go and deal with them now.
Yeah, but they weren't doing anything wrong either.
We're dealing with you, aren't we? We can't deal with two people.
Come on, sir. What?
So we're dealing with you.
Can I have your caller numbers, please?
Yeah, mine's 455 now.
And yours, please, miss.
1702.
I think this is well out of order. This.
Okay. Can I take your surname?
I don't wish to give. I've not committed any crimes. I've literally walked through the place taking. If that constable in that van would tell you, I was taking the pictures of the other building. You know, for what purpose? It's a photograph. Photography's not a crime.
Right. But however, if you are causing harassment, alarm, and distress as well to the people that are there.
And I can prove there was not even one person about from the hotel, and that's what I was.
You just said you weren't looking at the hotel, you were looking at the other buildings.
I'm aware of my surroundings. Who's on the street? There was members of public on the street, and there was nobody out of the hotel who wandered past me at any time I was there. Honestly. And I can't believe you're going to put a dispersal notice on for me for walking and taking pictures.
Dispersal notice is not specifically on just for you, is it?
Pardon?
It's anybody who walks down the road, they should have taken to site.
Well, they should close the road off.
Return to this area. Well, they don't need to close the road off.
Of course they do, because there's no signs there or anything.
You said yourself, it's common knowledge what's gone on.
Yes, but
The dispersal notices advertised on social media. Everybody knows this.
So, right, do you know the Nicola Bully case? A lady went missing in St Michael's, right? There's a dispersal notice in place for people who are wanting to probably go down there, make a TikTok video, go onto private land and stuff. But the park isn't closed off for members of the public like myself. I can go down in that.
People are aware not to go down there, but they're not.
Yes, but it doesn't stop normal members of the public like myself. Like I'm saying, there's no agenda for me being there.
They don't want people down there, do they?
But so they need to close the street off then, sir.
Well, we don't need to close the street off because there's businesses down there as well.
How can I? Am I entitled to go to the other business?
To which other business?
There's another hotel across the road.
Have you gone to a business and you got a genuine purpose to visit that business?
Well, what if
He presses further, requesting caller information and reiterating that photography is not a crime. Even the constable in the van witnessed him filming buildings, not people. He points out that the streets were filled with normal public activity, so dispersal powers are inappropriate, drawing a comparison to the Nicola Bully case to underline that restrictions should target actual disruption, not ordinary citizens. By citing other examples, he emphasizes consistency and fairness, showing that these orders have broader implications beyond his own situation.
Require you to move. You won't also pass on the details, but also increases suspicion. You're not allowing
no,
to verify you
miss.
as well. With everything that's been going on, I'll tell you now, us two are both from that front line on Friday getting all sorts hurled at us and abused.
And I don't agree with that.
I am not saying you do, but I'm just saying from what's happened and now this dispersal's in there to protect it. It's only on for a short while. And
Miss, can you accept that I'm a sole person on myself? I've got no.
I don't know you though, do I?
You don't know, but end of the day.
I appreciate where you're coming from. I'm also telling you from our point of view as well, from what we've had to put with.
Yeah, but I'm hoping, miss, that you could perhaps see that as a member of public, that we shouldn't be stopped from walking in areas where when we've got nothing to do with what's going on there.
Yeah, we don't know that you've got nothing to do with it, or do we?
You've come to question me.
Yeah, but you could easily come up with anything, couldn't you? At the end of the day, I'm not saying.
But this isn't Nazi Britain. This you are actually dealing with me now like I'm some suspect or criminal.
No, we weren't. We came up.
That's suggesting what you just said to me then.
Say verify you, and that's it. But then you've kind of come back with a lot of things as well.
Well, I'm on the understanding if you're not suspected of committing a crime, you don't have to give your details in the UK.
That's fine, and I'll just put your description down.
Okay.
Instead. All right, and I'll give you a copy of this just so that you've got a copy for your.
Yeah, I will be making complaints towards that because I don't think that my activity down there warrants me getting a slip of paper to say that I can't go back, because what happens if my vehicle was parked at the other side and I wanted to walk back to it? I'm walking around the whole industrial estates around here taking pictures.
It's not, is it? And then you would explain that to us and we would expect.
I have explained why I was taking pictures down there though.
You've said you've been down there taking pictures?
Yeah, but
we're giving us notice to do not return back to that area. That's pure and simple. It's automatic.
So I can't walk down that street again?
Because then you'd be breaching the dispersal notice.
Seriously? And can I ask for the grounds again then, please, for why I'm given this dispersal notice?
Dispersal notice down there, and you've been down there, so you've given a ticket to say not to return back to that area.
Seriously?
Yeah, you're not being arrested.
Right, okay then.
Frustration surfaces as he compares his treatment to Nazi Britain, arguing that mere suspicion cannot justify restrictions. He poses practical questions, asking if he should be banned from walking back to his car if it were inside the zone. The police continue with procedure, but he makes it clear he intends to complain later. Throughout, his focus remains on principle. Public rights should not vanish simply because invisible boundaries exist. The tension peaks as he struggles to balance politeness with genuine anger, all while being treated as if he were a suspect.
Can I take my drone up from the cemetery?
I've got permission to fly a drone.
Well, I've got a license to fly a drone.
I've got permission to fly a drone.
Well, you don't need it in that area because it's the drone assist app.
You sure?
Yeah. I can clarify that for you now. I just want to ask you these questions before.
I don't understand why you'd want to fly a drone, to be honest.
Because I want to put this up to the internet now. This is what happens when a normal member of the public who's got nothing to do with anything in regards to immigration, opposing views or anything like that, people who know me know I'm not about that. Okay. I don't make political statements in my life or anything like that. I just never do it. I'm just all about a freedom person to be able to walk and do what he wants. Within the law.
Unfortunately, like I say, Ribbler's Lane does disperse notice on this road reaction.
Because I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
When the police are coming under fire and stuff like that, you're stuck between both sides. I totally get that. But where the police are coming under fire, it's for simple things like this. When everybody who knows me knows.
It's not, is it? Because we're just giving you advice, and the advice is that's a dispersal zone. Please don't return to it because you issued with a ticket. You know, I'm not throwing you against the wall. I'm not trying to search you or anything like that.
Well, it seems like it though. It seems like I'm being restricted in a public place.
We've been fine with you. We've been very pleasant with you. You've been very pleasant with us as well.
I'm quite annoyed now, actually. Okay. I could understand you wanting to speak to me.
Okay.
So it's within the CTI basically. There's no restrictions in the area. The wind speed is 9 kph at the minute.
Okay.
So if anybody wanted to fly a drone in that area, is there any chance you could ask somebody if I'd be getting?
The focus shifts to drones as he asks whether flying outside the zone is legal, explaining his registration and licenses. The police admit they are unsure and promise to check. He emphasizes that his goal is industrial filming, not political theatrics. And while acknowledging that drones draw attention, he stresses that legality is what matters. By asking first, he demonstrates careful compliance with the law. The conversation moves from confrontation to curiosity, revealing the gaps where law and technology.
I'll probably have to go through the airport, speak to the airport.
Well, that's the Civil Aviation Force. So they cover the airspace. But what I'm trying to say is now, so if I wanted to get aerial footage of all these industrial sites, which I do, it's not just that round area, it's the whole place. I want to know if I'm going to be getting perhaps bloody challenged just for having a drone in the air.
That's a very good question, and I'll try and find out for you.
Because I have to cover myself legally whilst I'm speaking to a constable, you know.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah, and obviously be aware as well of everything that's going on. If you are flying a drone around that area, obviously it might attract a little bit more attention with obviously some things going on in the hotel, but we'll try and find out for you.
I fully agree what you're saying about attracting, but I don't think people's rights should have to stop.
No, I completely agree with you on that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm obviously just making you aware, obviously, what's going on around there. There's a lot more offices, isn't there? There's a lot more attention being given to the hotel and other surrounding areas that went on Friday, and obviously you can appreciate that with how pointing it out to me. As you say, you've seen the videos yourself. You've seen how bad it got and escalated very quickly. Which it was very unfortunate. It was an awful event to occur.
Yeah. Like I say, I don't make political statements, but I've heard both sides. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not from Liverpool, so I can't comment. Yeah. But I've never met a racist Scoutser. Yeah. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no, that was
you know, but I'm not here to make a political statement. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I won't be going back down there on foot, so there's no need for me to receive that. Okay.
Alright, is that fair enough for you? I think he's trying to find out about the drone.
About the drone? Yeah.
Yeah, just like...
I didn't fail to mention in what type of drone. So within this area, I can only fly my 249 gram drone, which is registered. It's got flyer's ID and everything else. But the bigger your drones that you get into this area, because you've got Liverpool.
He points out real conditions, low wind and no nearby restrictions, and asks if flying a drone would cause any issues. The officers respond that they would need to check with the airport. He then proposes a practical solution: posting signs at entrances so people are aware of dispersal orders, which would prevent innocent photographers from inadvertently breaking rules. Both sides recognize that communication gaps fuel these conflicts, and for a moment, the tone softens as auditor and officers agree that clearer rules could prevent situations.
Drones.
Yeah.
It doesn't apply in this area,
Yeah,
but
they went through a stint of having quite a few around the airports, didn't they? But yeah, obviously I'm not trying to be unreasonable at all. It's everything that's going on. It's just until the dispersals, just, you know, obviously keep a little distance. That's all. Just stay out the zone until it's up.
yeah, it would be handy. See, if they put a sign up on the lamppost or something to say there is a, because what about if, say for instance, a person goes down there, he doesn't know that there's a dispersal order, and he starts snapping away with his camera, chances are he might even be in handcuffs. For what? He doesn't even know.
Yeah, and obviously we try and spread it as much as we can through social media and things like that. But obviously we have the issue with you is the city's tanks running all the way along here. So in, like you said about road closure and things like that, it's almost impossible because the amount of disruption.
Yeah, but you know, because
yeah, do you mean the little
so with the dead end, they could put up where the van was burnt out. They could basically put a message on that lamppost and the one at the bottom of the street by saying this is dispersal order, and probably contain the details within what they don't want you actually to do, because photography in itself, it's not unlawful or illegal.
No, I completely understand where you're coming from. I appreciate that, and we'll feed it back. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. We'll feed it back and see if there's anything they can put on. Obviously you're aware now, and the main thing is that just until it's up, just stay out of that zone. But I think it's just
finding out about a drone.
And then
no problems. But yeah, I'm going to go in here now. These lads, they're brilliant. You know, they'll show you around the trucks and everything. You know. Yeah, well, see, there's different people. You know, some people get a bit scared of a camera. What's he doing?
Yeah.
Some people, you know, are like, oh, I'll show you around. You know. It's 249 gram.
Voice. He explains drone categories, noting that his DJI Mini weighs under 250 grams and complies with registration rules, contrasting it with larger drones that require airspace clearance. The officers advise him to maintain distance until the situation settles. He accepts their guidance but emphasizes that local restrictions must align with official regulations. His point is simple: compliance depends on clear, consistent limits. This exchange highlights a rare moment of mutual understanding, where the auditor's careful approach is recognized by the...
What model is it?
It's a DJI.
DJI?
Mini.
DJI Mini?
Yeah, it's 249 gram.
249 grams?
Yeah. See what the councils can do sometimes, they can put a restriction on drones in the area.
Yeah.
But then it conflicts with the CAA. So what they would do is look in court and say, well, was it reasonable to restrict his movement of flying? You know, was there any dangers? Did he, you know, there's all sorts to take into account. But every drone flyer should be mindful of doing the right thing, basically. Yeah.
Every day's a learning day. Yeah, you're fine to fly it.
Yeah.
Because it's under 250
grams, yeah.
However, as long as it's not causing any harassment.
Yeah.
ASB.
Yeah. I always
I presume that you're a C.
Most people don't actually know it's in the sky. You keep a reasonable height.
Keep an eye on it as well.
Well, you've always got to keep a line of sight. Yeah. So, like I say,
you know a lot more than me.
I might not even get back down there yet. I've got a lot to see on industrial here.
You're good then?
Yeah, I'm brilliant.
Do you want this?
No, I'm okay. Because like I say, you've told me now. I'm not happy with it, but...
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
I don't break the law.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Alright, mate.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Cheers. So there we go, guys. dispersal order for a man with a camera on his own. Absolute crazy, innit?
Next voice. He concludes by emphasizing drone basics, maintaining line of sight, staying aware, and respecting the law. While he may not fly today, he wants the option without unnecessary hassle. The farewell is polite, even friendly, with casual conversation about his gear. His final words underscore the contrast. It's remarkable how a lone cameraman can be treated like a threat. For him, public filming should be routine, not suspicious, and the video closes leaving that tension between calm documentation and heavy-handed policing clear.